Good morning, children. Welcome back to our topic, whole numbers. In our previous class, we have studied what are the whole numbers and how to represent them on the number line, and how to add, subtract, multiply the whole numbers on the number line. So, how to represent the predecessor, successor on the number line also we have studied. Now, we are going to learn about what are the different types of properties of whole numbers. So, what are the different types of properties? Already I have explained in our previous class. So there are different types of properties are there, and for what purpose we are using these properties? To avoid the difficultness to solve a problem, as well as to do the problem in easiest method, we are going to use the properties. So now, once again, I am starting with first property. So all these properties are suitable or not for different operations, that is for basic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, we are going to do. So properties of whole number. Under addition, I will teach first. My first property is, so over addition, I am checking all these. After the addition, we will go through with the another operations. And if you understand this one first step properly, remaining everything is very, very easy for you. So all are said for any number. If I'm talking about whole numbers, I need to take for whole numbers. I need to read that numbers as whole numbers. If I'm going for further branch, that is integers. So next, in our next class, in our further chapters, we have integers also. For that also, we will get the same property. So my first property is closure property. My first property is closure property. Closure property of whole numbers. Okay, under addition. So what is mean by closure property? First, before stating the statement, before giving the statement for this property, I am giving some of the examples. Just observe, 0 is a whole number. For addition, we are checking. So plus 1. 0 plus 1. 0 is a whole number, 1 also is a whole number. 0 plus 1 is equal to how much? 1. Okay. Now I am taking another number 2 plus 3. 2 whole numbers. Another 2 whole numbers, 2 and 3 I have taken. Then what is my result? 5. See, because it is addition, only for addition I am checking. Okay, under addition only we are checking these properties. That's why I am taking the examples for addition. Now coming to the next, 25 plus 15. So what is my answer? 40. Okay. See, observe all these conditions. Whenever you are taking two whole numbers and finding their sum, we are getting the result as a whole number only. Okay. 0 is a whole number, 1 is a whole number, and their sum 0 plus 1 also is 1. 1 is nothing but a whole number. So I am coming to the second case. 2 is a whole number, 3 is a whole number. Yes, and 5, whatever sum, whatever result of those two numbers, 5, sum of those two numbers is 5, that is also a whole number. And coming to the third example, 25 and 15. 25 is a whole number, 15 is a whole number. 25 plus 15, what is the sum? 40. 40 also is a whole number. So this property states that if you are adding two whole numbers, the sum of those two whole numbers also is a whole number. That is the statement. So if A and B any two whole numbers, A and B any two whole numbers, whatever result you will get, if you are getting C as the result, that C also belongs to whole numbers only. Okay, this is the statement for closure property. Already this property we have discussed in our previous class. Only this closure property we have finished. So that's why I am giving few examples only. Now I am writing the statement. If we are adding, over addition we are taking, so only adding this. If we are adding any two whole number, two whole numbers, that is the result also is a whole number. The result also is a whole number. Okay. So for example, 5 plus 3 equal to 8. 5, 3, 8. All are belongs to whole numbers. Okay, whole numbers are represented by capital W and this is the symbol for belongs to. Belongs to means all these numbers we will get in those set of numbers. So here W is whole numbers means 5, 3, 8. All are there in whole numbers. So this statement meaning is that one. 5, 3, 8 belongs to whole numbers. Okay. Now, in another words, we can statement give as if A is a whole number, okay, B also is a whole number, C also is a whole number, A, B, C, all those are belongs to whole numbers. So then the sum of A and B is also a whole number. So this is the statement of closure property. So no need to by head race. While we are simplifying the problems, we can understand easily. For that sake only I am giving the example. So while we are solving the problems, how we are going to use these properties, we need to learn. Okay. So what is the statement first of all? Whenever you are performing, if you are adding any two whole numbers, result also is a whole number. That is the statement for closure property. So what is the statement? If we are adding any two whole numbers, the result also is a whole number. That is nothing but if A, B, C all are belongs to whole numbers, then A plus B is equal to C, which is a whole number. Okay. Now coming to next one. My second property name is commutative property. So this property deals with only two numbers. So commutative property. Second property is commutative property. Commutative property. So observe this. With the examples I will explain. 2 plus 5. How much? 7. Okay. Now I am writing 5 first. Between them plus operation is there. Again 2 in the second place. Then how much I will get the result? 5 plus 2. How much? 7. See, even though I have changed the places of two numbers, okay, first number I have given, for first number I given the place second one, and for the second number I have given the first place, even though I am getting the same result. So this property states that if you are adding any two whole numbers, any two whole numbers, by changing their order, the result will not change. So my statement, for that I am giving the example, observe. If I am adding any two whole numbers, 3 and 8, I have taken. Any two whole numbers. So 3 plus 8 is equal to 11. Okay. I am adding any two whole numbers. By changing their order, instead of 3 plus 8, I am changing the order as 8 plus 3. Then also my result is not changing. So this property states that if you are adding any two whole numbers by changing their order, the result will not change. Check it for 0 also. 0 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 0 is equal to 5 only. Yes. So it is a commutative. But for this we have another property. So that one I will explain later on. So now take this usually. 3 plus 8 is equal to 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. So both we are getting the same result. So commutative property states that if you are adding any two whole numbers, by changing their order, the result will not change. Otherwise, the result will remain the same. There is no change in the result. So I am writing if we are adding any two whole numbers any two whole numbers by changing their order, the result will not change. The result will not change. That means the result will be same. That's all. Not changing means that is remaining same. So I am giving this statement wise. If A comma B belongs to whole numbers, then A plus B must be equal to B plus A. That's all. So for this we have the example. My first example, 2 plus 3 equal to 3 plus 2. Both are same. 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5. And my second example is, so and here 2 comma 3 both are belongs to whole numbers. So that is the second one. 2A and B belongs to W. 2, 3 belongs to W. And A plus B is equal to B plus A. That is 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. There is no change. Okay. Coming to the another question. 11 plus 12 is equal to how much? 23. Change the order 12 plus 11. What is the answer? 23 again. So and 11 comma 12 both are belongs to whole numbers only. Okay. So these are the different types of examples. I hope you understand well. Once again, I am repeating two properties. First property, closure property. See, closure property, just we are not doing anything. Just we are thinking about its result, whether it is a whole number or not. But coming to commutative property, that result also equal or not, we are checking. Okay, first property, closure property states that if we are adding any two whole numbers, the result also is a whole number. Okay, coming to second property, commutative property. If we are adding any two whole numbers by changing their order, the result will be same. The result will not change. Okay. So this is the example. These are the examples for commutative property. Now coming to the associative property. Associative property deals with three conditions, three numbers. Same as commutative property only. Only the difference is instead of two numbers, we will take three numbers here. Okay. So my third property is associative property. My third property is associative property. Okay. If we are adding any three whole numbers, instead of two, we have to add three. Three whole numbers. By changing their order, the result will not change. So for example, 5 plus 7 plus 3 is equal to 5 plus 7 plus 3. Whether it is correct or not, we will check. 5. For 7 and 3, we have the bracket. 7 plus 3, how much? 10. So 5 plus 10. So whenever we are getting the bracket, sorry, I did not explain this. So listen, yes, in our previous chapter we have studied. Whenever in any simplifications, if we are getting the brackets, that one only we need to simplify first. So already I told you this in our previous chapter. Okay. So here for 7 and 3 we have the bracket. Even three numbers are having addition operation only, but for 7 and 3 bracket is there. That means we need to simplify whatever is there in the brackets. That one is first, means 7 and 3 we need to add first. After that, for that result we have to add 5. So 5 plus 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. 5 plus 10 is nothing but 15. Okay. Whether it is equal to right side value or not, we will check. Here, observe first, instead of 7 and 3, for 5 and 7 we have the bracket. Means order was changed. First, here 7 and 3 we simplify. But in this case, we are simplifying 5 and 7. So 5 plus 7 is equal to 12 plus 3. So 12 plus 3 is nothing but 15. See, even you are changing this order by the bracket. Okay. Then also we are getting the same result. And here we are dealing with the three numbers. Okay. So because here we are using the brackets for group the numbers. అంటే టూ నెంబర్స్ని ఒక గ్రూప్ లాగా రాయడానికి మేము బ్రాకెట్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి దీన్ని గ్రూపింగ్ ప్రాపర్టీ అని కూడా అంటారు. ఓకే, associative property and commutative property both are same. Commutative property is dealing with only two numbers, whereas coming to associative property we are using three numbers and among that two numbers represented by brackets. Okay, and the bracket we are disturbing, we are changing, means we are disturbing the three numbers order. Okay, that's why if we are adding any three numbers by changing their order, so here I have changed the order. First here I have done the 7 plus 3, but in second case I have did 5 plus 7. So I have changed the order. The result will not change, even though I am not getting the another result. I am getting the same result. Okay, so once again let me explain. So because here we are using brackets for grouping the numbers, so it is also called as grouping property. Okay, I hope you understand. So now again I am taking one more example. So here I am taking the numbers 12 plus 10 plus 5 is equal to same numbers will not change, any three numbers. So these are the three numbers I have chosen. 12 plus, so here first these two I have grouped. Now what I am doing, these two numbers I am grouping, 10 plus 5. Whether it is correct or not I am checking. So first whatever, see, equal to, whenever we are getting equal to, that is said to be equation. Okay, that is said to be an equation. It is an equation. Now 12 plus 10 plus 5 is equal to 12 plus 10 plus 5. So it is an equation. Now for any equation we have two sides, left hand side, right hand side for that equation. అంటే ఈక్వల్ టు కి లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ ఏమైతే ఉందో అది మొత్తం లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్, దట్ ఈస్ LHS, left hand side, and whatever we will get at RHS, that is right hand side. Okay, so this is LHS and this is RHS. So whether it is correct or not we will check. First of all I am finding LHS of that equation. What is that? 12 plus 10 is having in the bracket, then plus 5 is added further. So 12 plus 10 is equal to 22 plus 5. So once we got only one result, no need to keep the bracket. 22 plus 5 is nothing but 27. Now change the order. 12 I am out of the bracket. 10 and 5 are having the bracket now. That means 12 we need to write as it is, plus 10 and 5 we need to simplify first. So 10 plus 5 is 15, which is nothing but 12 plus 15 is 27. See, even though we are changing the order of the three numbers, we are getting the same result. Okay, this is the way. So that's why, therefore 12 plus 10 plus 5 is equal to 12 plus 10 plus 5. Here numbers are not changing, remember. So for this, symbolically we have, so this is the best example, and in other words we can write it as in symbolic form. If here how many numbers we are using? Three numbers. A, B, C belongs to whole number, then A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. So like this we can write, and just now whatever I have given the example, that is the example for this. So in our previous example what I take it, 10, 12, 5. Those three numbers I have taken and I was checked in this way. So 10, 12, 5, A, B, C, three numbers I need to choose. Okay, then coming to the fourth property. So what are the statements for closure property, commutative and associative properties? Closure property states that if you are adding any two whole numbers, the result also is a whole number. And commutative property, if you are adding any two whole numbers by changing their order, the result will not change. And third property, associative property, if we are adding any three whole numbers by changing their order, the result will not affect. So these are the three different properties. And next, coming to additive identity. Identity properties. So because here we are using addition, so additive identity I'm telling. So my fourth property is for identity. Additive identity. So I'm giving examples. Just observe here. 0 plus 5. How much? 5. 5 plus 0. How much? 5. 8 plus 0. How much? 8. 220 plus 0. How much? 220 only. Okay. 15 plus 0 is equal to 15. 0 plus 23 is nothing but 23. If you are adding 0, 0 means nothing we are adding. But if see for this 5, I am nothing adding. 0 means I am nothing adding. So 5 only will be there. Means just observe whenever I am adding 0 to any number, even any order also, see observe these two, I have changed the order. Even though I am getting the same number as the result. ఓకే జీరో యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏ నెంబర్ అయితే ఉంటుందో అదే నాకు రిజల్ట్ వస్తుంది. ఏ నెంబర్కైనా చెక్ చేయండి. ఇప్పుడు 0 ప్లస్ 5 అంటే 5 వచ్చింది. 5 ప్లస్ 0 అన్నప్పుడు కూడా 5 వచ్చింది. జీరోతో పాటు ఏ నెంబర్ ఉన్నా కూడా అంటే ప్లస్ అడిషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏ నెంబర్కైనా 0 యాడ్ చేస్తే అదే నెంబర్ వస్తుంది రిజల్ట్. ఓకే మనం ఏ నెంబర్కి 0 యాడ్ చేసినా దాంట్లో ఏమి చేంజ్ రావట్లేదు. సో దట్స్ వై 0 is said to be identity element. అంటే ఏ నెంబర్ని యాడ్ చేస్తే రిజల్ట్ ఎఫెక్ట్ కాకుండా ఉంటుందో ఆ నెంబర్ని ఐడెంటిటీ ఎలిమెంట్ అంటారు. ఓకే ఫర్ అడిషన్ బై యాడింగ్ 0 ఓన్లీ we will get same number as the result. That's why 0 is called additive identity. Addition, additive identity. Irrespective of 0, take another example. See 0 is my first whole number, so I have added and I was checked. So for adding 0, I am getting same number as the result. If I am taking next whole number 1 and I am adding 1 to 23, so what is my result? 1 plus 23 equal to 24. Am I getting 23 as the result? No. If I am adding 0 to 23, then I will get 23 only as the result. If I am adding 2, so we are discussing about the whole numbers. That's why I am starting with 0, 1, 2 like that. 2 plus 12, both are whole numbers. 2 plus 12, how much? 14. Am I getting 12 only again by adding 2? No. Otherwise, for 2, by adding 12, am I getting 2 only? No. So, at 0 only, we will get the same number as the result. Okay. That's why 0 is called the additive identity. That means, when you are adding 0 to any number, the result will be that number itself. So that's why 0 is called the additive identity element of whole numbers, otherwise identity element with respect to addition. Okay. See, coming to this word, for natural numbers, observe. Natural numbers start with 1 only. So that means I can't take 0 here. 0 not at all there in this branch. If I am taking 1, I am adding 1 to any number, I am not getting same number as the result. I will get another result. Okay, that means for this set of numbers, no identity element. Okay, actually 0 యాడ్ చేస్తే మాత్రమే మనకు సేమ్ నెంబర్ వస్తుంది రిజల్ట్. కానీ 0 న్యాచురల్ నెంబర్స్లలో ఉందా? లేదు. కాబట్టి ఐడెంటిటీ ఎలిమెంట్ లేదు న్యాచురల్ నెంబర్స్కి. ఓకేనా? additive identity లేదు, sorry, not identity element. Additive identity not there for natural numbers. But coming to whole numbers, by adding 0 to any number, I'll get same number as the result. That's why 0 is the additive identity element of whole numbers with respective to identity element of whole numbers with respective to addition, or additive identity element of whole numbers. So for all values of a, if a belongs to whole numbers. For all values of a plus 0, otherwise 0 plus a. Anywhere I am writing. I will get a only as the result. Okay. Therefore, 0 is the additive identity of whole numbers. Additive identity of whole numbers. Otherwise, identity element of whole numbers with respect to addition, like that also we can say. So now for this example, my first example is 3 plus 0 is equal to 3, otherwise 0 plus 3 also equal to 3. Okay, the same number I am getting the result. That's why 0 is my additive identity element. And my second example is 25 plus 0 also equal to 25. That's all. That's why 0 is called the additive identity element of whole numbers. So just remember, no need to read these many statements. So just remember what is the additive identity of whole numbers, which number is known as additive identity element of whole numbers? 0. What is the additive identity element of natural numbers? Not there, does not exist. Okay. Then coming to the next property, additive inverse. So now additive inverse. Additive inverse. What is meant by additive inverse? If see till now when 0 I am adding to any number, I am getting that number only as the result. But by adding which number, I'll get 0 as the result. ఇప్పటి వరకు 0 యాడ్ చేస్తే అదే నెంబర్ వచ్చింది ఆన్సర్. కానీ ఏ నెంబర్ని నేను యాడ్ చేస్తే 0 రావాలి. అది యాడిటివ్ ఇన్వర్స్. ఓకే, ఏ నెంబర్ని యాడ్ చేయాలి? ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ +5 ఉంది. సో ఐ నీడ్ టు యాడ్ -5. నాకు 0 రావాలి. ఇప్పుడు నా దగ్గర 5 ఉన్నాయి. 5 ఉండకూడదు. సో ఐ నీడ్ టు రిమూవ్ దీస్ 5. 1 2 3 4 5 -5 I have to do. So +5 additive inverse is -5 and -5 additive inverse is +5. And for suppose that means if you are adding two numbers, the sum of those two numbers is 0, such numbers are said to be additive inverses together. అదే నెంబర్ ఉంటుంది ప్లస్ ఇస్తే మైనస్ రాయాలి, మైనస్ ఇస్తే ప్లస్. So for suppose 23, what is the additive inverse of 23? 23 is nothing but +23. So what is its additive inverse? -23. So this one, why I am telling, we should not have now these numbers, but for whole numbers we shouldn't have this. But coming to the integers, we will get this additive inverse property. So better we will learn afterwards. Now coming to the next property, distributive property. So distributive property is not kind of addition, not kind of subtraction. So here distributive property states that distributive property. Distributive property says that when any three numbers are given like this, A, B, C, all those are belongs to whole numbers. Okay, A, B, C, three numbers are belongs to whole numbers. A into B plus C is equal to, so just observe, A is distributed equally for B as well as C. So that is A distributed over B and C under addition. Okay, distributive property says that a common number distributed over another type of numbers. Okay, here A is distributed over B and over C. Here this distribution possible for addition and subtraction also. So A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. A is distributed here. For suppose I am writing like this, B into A plus C. Now B is distributed over A and C. That is B into A plus B into C. if I'm using plus over addition, if I'm using minus over subtraction. So for suppose I'm using B into A minus C. In this case, B into A minus we have. So minus B into C. Okay. So here only property I am telling. Afterwards we will solve some of the problems. Now for addition I will give you some of the examples, and multiplication also same way. So we will try. So today addition is enough. If I am telling more problems, you will get confused. So today addition I will show you how to use the properties with the example problems. What we have in the textbook also I will explain. Now distributive properties. Okay. So distributive property says that if A, B, C belongs to whole number, A into B plus C must be equal to AB plus AC. That is A into B plus A into C. AB is nothing but A into B only. AC is nothing but A into C. So between them multiplication operation is there. Okay. And we have A into B minus C also equal to AB minus AC. So this property is very, very useful to simplify our problem. Okay. Now, what are the problems we have studied? Once again, I am explaining. Listen. So properties of whole numbers under addition. We have studied several properties. First property is closure property. Okay. And my second property is commutative property. So first property is closure property. Second one is commutative property. Third one is associative property. And fourth one is distributive property. And another property is additive identity. So these are enough to remember now for this class. So what are the closure property? Closure property states that my first property, closure property states that if I am adding any two whole numbers, the result also is a whole number. That's all are whole numbers. Okay. My commutative property says that if I am adding any two whole numbers by changing their order, the result will not change. Okay. And my third property, associative property, is also called as a grouping property. Associative property states that if I am adding any three numbers by changing their order, the result will not change. Both are same. Here two numbers, here three numbers. And coming to the fourth property, additive identity. If I am adding 0 to any number, always the result is not changing. That's why 0 is the additive identity of whole number. Okay. And so 0 is the additive identity of whole number. And distributive property. So distributive property says that a number distributed among the different numbers over addition as well as over subtraction. That is, A is distributed over B and C over addition, AB plus AC. Otherwise, A into B minus C is equal to AB minus AC over subtraction also. So these are the different types of properties over addition. Now we will go through with the examples. Only for addition I am explaining now. Okay. So very, very easy and important. All these we have in our textbook under try these problems. Actually, those problems you need to try. So now my example 1. Example 1. Find 196 plus 57 plus 4. See, all are simple numbers only, addition only. So we can do directly also. But why they are asking to use the properties? To get the answer in easiest way. Okay, not to take much time. For that reason, we are using the properties. So here they are given smaller numbers. But some other questions we will not get this much lesser value. There will be more bigger values they will be. In that case, if we are going through this normal method, we will not get easily. So for that sake, we are having the properties. So now, see, first of all, observe the given numbers. Okay, here 3 numbers I have. Between them, plus I have. Means this problem is over addition. Okay. Now what I am doing? See, try to arrange the numbers such that last digits you need to get round of values. Means zeros, hundreds, like that. You have to get last unit place. Okay. Now, if I am adding these two first, 6 and 7 units place, observe 6 to 7, 6 plus 7, 13 I will get. So 13 means unit digit I am not getting 0. So coming to next, these two numbers, 7 plus 4, 11 I will get. So 1 I am getting. So remaining pair 6 and 4, 6 plus 4 I will get 10. So unit digit I got 0. That means I want to do first these two numbers addition, then I'll get easiest value. Okay, for that sake, I'm using the properties. First, whatever question they are given, write as it is. Okay, always remember, first number don't disturb. Okay, what is the procedure to simplify? I'm telling. First question don't disturb. Sorry, first number don't disturb. What is the second and third numbers? What are the second and third numbers? For them, interchange. Okay, then what I'll get? Whatever I want to, I'm going to convert. Whatever I'm going to change, for that I'm keeping the bracket. So as I told you, first number I'm not disturbing, I'm not touching. So second number, third number I'm keeping the bracket. This one not there in the question. I'm writing. Okay. So observe 196 plus. So 57 plus 4, because I kept bracket, you don't do first that property, that one. So inside the bracket, whatever is there, that one I'm going to change. That means here two numbers. So that is A plus B. I'm going to write as B plus A. So here two numbers I have changed the order. So it is which property? Commutative property. That's all. So here we have used commutative property. That is 4 plus 57. So this number this side I have written. So what I am writing, what I have written, A plus B is equal to B plus A. Inside the bracket I have written that. Okay, bracket లోపల ఉండే two numbers మాత్రమే నేను డిస్టర్బ్ చేస్తాను. ఓన్లీ two numbers నేను చేంజ్ చేస్తుంది. కాబట్టి two numbers ఎప్పుడు తీసుకుంటున్నానో అది కమ్యూటేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. సో ఇక్కడ మనం యూజ్ చేసిన ప్రాపర్టీ కమ్యూటేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. డైరెక్ట్ గా మనం రాయలేదు, ప్రాపర్టీ యూజ్ చేసే రాస్తాం. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ కమ్యూటేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. Now, second step, 196 like that only అయితే. సో ఇప్పుడు బ్రాకెట్ ఉంది కదా, బ్రాకెట్ లో ఉన్నది ముందు చేయాలని చెప్పేసి అది ఫస్ట్ చేయకూడదు, మళ్ళీ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈజ్ వస్తుంది. సో దట్ వన్ వీ షుడ్ నాట్ టేక్. సో టు మేక్ ద యూనిట్ ప్లేస్ as 0, I need to combine these two numbers. ఈ రెండు నెంబర్ని కంబైన్ చేస్తే దేర్ ఇస్ నో యూజ్. కాబట్టి ఈ రెండింటిని కంబైన్ చేసినప్పుడు నాకు రిజల్ట్ ఈజీగా వస్తుంది. కాబట్టి ఈ రెండింటిని కంబైన్ చేస్తున్నాం. 196 ప్లస్ 4 అంటే బ్రాకెట్ చేంజ్ చేస్తాం, అంటే 3 నెంబర్స్ డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతుంది. 196 ప్లస్ 4ని ప్లస్ 57 ఇట్లా రాస్తా. అంటే ఇది ఏ ఫామ్ లో ఉంది, ఇట్లా సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయండి. ABC, A ప్లస్ B ప్లస్ C బ్రాకెట్ లో ఉండేదాన్ని A ప్లస్ B ప్లస్ C. సో ఇది ఏ ప్రాపర్టీ? అసోసియేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. 3 నెంబర్స్ చేంజ్ చేశాను కాబట్టి ఇది అసోసియేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. సో ఐ హ్యావ్ చేంజ్ A plus B plus C. Actually, B plus C are having the bracket, but I am changing the bracket for A and B. So because I am disturbing the three numbers, it is a associative property. Okay, associative property. Now, so which is equal to 196 plus 4. What is their sum? Now, simplify what is there in the bracket. After these many changes, you need to apply. So 196 plus 4 is equal to 200 plus 57, which is equal to 257. So remember this, because it is easiest sum, don't do directly. You have to use the properties, then only you need to simplify. So once again, I am explaining, listen carefully. Very, very carefully listen. See, remember one thing. Whenever you are getting all plus values, between the given 3 are more than 3 numbers, not 2 numbers. Okay. క్వశ్చన్లో 3 నెంబర్స్ కానీ అంతకంటే ఎక్కువ ఉండి వాటి మధ్యలో ప్లస్ మాత్రమే ఉంది. ప్లస్ కానీ ఇంటూ కానీ అన్ని ప్లస్లే ఉంది. ఈ 3 నెంబర్స్ మధ్యలో ప్లస్లే ఉన్నాయి. ఇట్లాంటి టైంలో మనం యూజ్ చేయాల్సిన ప్రాపర్టీస్ కమ్యూటేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ, అసోసియేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. Okay. So once again, I am telling, whenever you are getting 3 numbers or more than 3 numbers, go through with the commutative property and associative property. So to apply the commutative property, which numbers order you want to change first? That one identify. Okay. Here I can't able to change 57. I am not going to change 196 to 4 places. I am going to change these 2 places. So for that 2 numbers, I am keeping the bracket. Inside the bracket, I have interchanged. Only 2 numbers I have changed. Okay, ఆ bracket లో ఉన్న 2 నెంబర్లను మాత్రమే a plus b equal to b plus a లాగా రాస్తాను. కాబట్టి అది కమ్యూటేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. తర్వాత నేను బ్రాకెట్ ని కూడా చేంజ్ చేశాను నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ లో. అప్పుడు అసోసియేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. ఆఫ్టర్ ద చేంజెస్ I need to finish the procedure. Okay, and now come along with another question. 319 plus. So here all you need to use the properties, that is the heading actually. So use different properties, appropriate properties, and simplify the following. These are do these problems. Simplify the following. So my first question is 319 plus 69 plus 81. Okay, 319 plus 69 plus 81. This is my question. I want to simplify this question. So is equal to 319. So here 9, here 9. If I am adding these two also, I will get 0 only. But just observe, 19 plus 120 and 20 plus 80 is 100. Means here I am going to get 2 zeros. So instead of 1 0, 2 zeros is the simplest form. So that's why I want to add these two numbers first. Okay. 81 ని 69 కి యాడ్ చేసే కంటే 319 కి యాడ్ చేస్తే ఈజీ వస్తుంది ఆన్సర్. 400 అయిపోతే మొత్తం ఆన్సర్ 469 వస్తుంది. ఓకే. సో దానికోసం మళ్ళీ మనం చేంజ్ చేస్తున్నాము. నేను ఫస్ట్ చెప్పినట్లు ఫస్ట్ నెంబర్ నేమ్ అయినది. ఓకే. 319 యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈజ్గా రాసేసండి. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏ నెంబర్ చేంజ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నానో వాటికి బ్రాకెట్ పెట్టేసి. ఓకే. ఈ బ్రాకెట్స్ వాళ్ళు అందులో ఇవ్వరు, నేనే రాస్తాను. సో నౌ 81 ఐ విల్ రైట్ ఫస్ట్, 69 నెక్స్ట్. 81 plus 69. Okay, so this is a plus b is equal to b plus a. So it is a commutative property. Because of this property only we have written. That's why I mentioned why we are writing. So a reason kuda rasanu, since endukante ఇది కమ్యూటేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ నుంచి ఏం ఎఫెక్ట్ కాదు, అంటే 2 నెంబర్స్ ఆర్డర్ చేంజ్ చేసినంత మాత్రాన ఏ ఎఫెక్ట్ రాదు అని. ఓకే. నేను కమింగ్ టు నెక్స్ట్, బ్రాకెట్ ని కూడా చేంజ్ చేయాలి. సో 319 కి అండ్ 81 కి బ్రాకెట్ ఫస్ట్, దెన్ 16. సో ఇక్కడ నేను 3 నెంబర్స్ ని యూజ్ చేశాను కాబట్టి, చేంజ్ చేశాను కాబట్టి అసోసియేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. దట్ ఈస్ ఇదేమో ఈ ఫామ్ లో ఉంది, a ప్లస్ b ప్లస్ c ఫామ్ లో ఉంటే నేనేమో a ప్లస్ b కి బ్రాకెట్ పెట్టేసి c అవుట్ సైడ్ పెట్టాను. సో ఇది అసోసియేటివ్ ప్రాపర్టీ. ఓకే. సో ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ ఏమొస్తుంది మనకి 319 ప్లస్ 81 దట్ ఈస్ 400. 320 plus 80 400 plus 69 which is equal to 416. So always remember, don't disturb the first number. Always try to change the second and third values only. Even if you are getting 4 numbers also, disturb second and third values only. Okay. And after finishing the first step, whatever bracket is there, that bracket write for a remaining number. Okay. Then you will get an easiest way. Very, very simple. Now one more question I will give you for this. So by solving so many questions, you will get the idea how to simplify. Now one of the question I am giving. Here also I am going to use associative and commutative properties only. 431 plus 37 plus 69 plus 63 is equal to. So here instead of 3 numbers, I got 4 numbers. Even though I told you already, first number don't discuss. Second, third change. Why I am telling, just observe. If I kept 9 this side, 1 plus 9, 10 I will get. So 0 value I will get. Nearest to 10 I will get. 37 plus